Hello, I'm your presenter Maurice Dimba. Today I'm going to take you through purlin placement on steel truss and a bit of reinforcement of supporting columns. Please welcome once again to this presentation. Of course, today we are going to do some reinforcement on the column and placing the purlins on top of this truss. It's in a very simple way. Now we'll pick up from where we left. I'll turn this by going to navigate and rotate with the mouse. Then I pick the turning point. I'll pick this as my turning point. That's all. Now we'll go straight on the column reinforcement. I'll come to steel. I'll pick steel beam here and pick maybe a midpoint of that and a midpoint of that. I'll double click this to change the steel member. When you, the moment you double click, this dialog box of beam properties will come up. That will give you an opportunity to select the appropriate steel member size. Let me cancel that. I'll come to profile and pick select or click select. I need a universal beam. I'll come here and pick a universal beam but a smaller size. I'll pick 254. The first one is okay. I'll apply and accept that and do the same thing here. Now from that spot, I'll just click on that and move this down here because I need my measurements to be very systematic. I'll click at that spot. Then from there, it's not accurate. Double click on this, come to position and click behind. Apply and accept. I'll do this once again. I'll delete this, then come to steel beam. Then I snap at that spot and snap at this spot. You can check. It's right at the bottom of the column. I'll double click and check the positions. I'll click here and click behind. Click that. Then from here, I want to place this right in the middle. To check that whether it is in the middle, I'll go to navigate and turn this around. Is not in the middle. Now what I'm going to do is just to double click on this, then come to position, then click right. Click middle. Is not right. No, is not right at the center. Now I'll come back again and do just the same thing. I'll come to steel once again, steel beam, and snap somewhere here and snap somewhere here. I'll come to view, navigate, rotate with mouse and pick that spot as my turning point. Now from here, I'll double click on that member, come to position and pick front. Apply and accept. From here, I want to move this steel member up by some measurements, approximately 3.5. I'll click move, then pick it from down here. I'll snap there and give it an orientation or give it a direction upward, and I will not click and I'll just place my cursor on top there and feed my measurements 3.5 and enter on the keyboard. Right click and interrupt to end that move command. On the same spot, I'll copy the same thing, come here and snap down here. Just click down here and place my cursor on top here and I'll feed 2900. I'll enter that, right click to disable that copy command. Right there I am. Now I want to create end plate, end joint here, and end joint and end plate joint here. Now I'll come to this applications and component and just type end. There you are. I'll pick end plate 101, pick that. Then I'll just come here and pick this as my primary part and this as my secondary part. If you double click, you'll be able to see how the joint has been made. You can come to bolts and adjust all this. These are my settings. You can make yours by adjusting all this, as simple as that. Then I'll use the same settings to create another connection at this end. Now I'll come back to applications and component and pick 101. I'll click on that, then pick this as my primary selection and that as my secondary selection. Now I'll do the same up here, do that, and come at this end and click that and that. I've reinforced these two columns, but that's still not enough. I want to place some bracings here and some here. Now I'll go back to steel and pick steel beam here, then come down at the bottom of the column. I'll pick a center point there. It is rejecting my spot. I'll come back and pick it right there. Let run all the way to the midpoint of this, right there. Now the steel member I've seen here is not the right one. I'll double click on this to change the property or the steel profile and size. I'll come to that. This dialog box will come up after double clicking on that. Now I'll pick an L shape or an angle profile. I'll come down here and pick L shape. I'll come to RSA and pick 75 by 50 by 6 millimeter thick. I'll apply and accept that and do the same thing here. Once I've done that, I'll just click this, right click and come to special copy and mirror. I'll pick the midpoint of this beam right here and click right there. I'll click copy and accept that. Not right, I'll undo that. I'll right click again and mirror this. I'll come here and just do the same thing here and here and click OK. I've mirrored this and I'll do the same thing up here. I'll come to steel and pick steel beam and snap right on the top of this end plate here, then run all the way up to the midpoint of this beam. I'll snap there and I'll mirror this the way I did previously and come to special copy and pick mirror and pick a mirror line on this beam. I'll pick the first spot here and run to the down one. You can see the angle is 90, but on the opposite part. I'll click OK and accept that. That's it. Now what I'm going to do is just to link this brace and the beam. Now I'll come to applications and component here and type 11. 11 is a type of bracing. Just type 11. I'll pick this bolted gusset joint. Then I'll pick, but prior to picking, I want to use a certain joint as my default. I'll pick this as my default. To make it a default setting for yourself, just double click on it, then apply, accept, and give an OK. Then come down here, come to applications and component, click on it, pick this, that, and press your middle button on the mouse. That is what has been done. Come to view to check that, pick that as your turning point and turn this round. You'll be able to see that your joint has been created perfectly. Now maybe you need some washers here. Just double click this and come to bolts and check all this. Check all this, come to check all this, come to that and check all this. Apply and accept. Your washers has been placed. Now we can come back here and create a connection here and press your middle button. Come here and do the same thing. click that and press the middle button on the mouse. That has been created. You can come to navigate, rotate the mouse and pick that, turn this as your midpoint, as your turning point. You can see that connection has been created perfectly. Now we'll do the same thing up here. We'll come to that, pick this and click that and press the middle button on the mouse. Right click to disable that command. Come back and do the same and press your middle button on the mouse. Come back, click this and that and press the middle button on the mouse. And that's all. We've created that bracing. Now what remaining next is just to copy this to the rest. Now what I'm going to do is just to highlight everything here. I'll highlight that and press Ctrl on my keyboard and highlight that. Then right click, come to copy. I'll pick it from this spot right there and take it the other end. Perfect. Now I'll do the same thing. I'll press Ctrl and highlight everything here. Press Ctrl and highlight everything there and highlight that. And check my axis. My axis direction is X and Y. I'll right click and come to special copy and click linear. Now on the X axis I want to populate these bracings on along the X axis. Now what I'm going to do is just to feed in the interval measurements, like 6 meters. We need 12 meters. 12 meters. We can't give it that interval. Let's try that. We need 8 of them. And just come and click copy and wait for the response. It has been done. Click OK. Perfect. Right click and click redraw. Now we've created this. This is our reinforcement. Perfectly done and quickly done and neatly done. Turn this round like this. The first thing you should not forget is saving your work. What you've done, make sure you save, because you never know what might happen to your comp or power supply to your comp. Just check that joint has been done neatly. Perfect. What is remaining now is the purlins. Now to create the purlins, first of all you need to reorient your axis. We'll come to view, we'll come to work plane, we'll pick work plane tool and give it an orientation like that. Turn that, then navigate this, turn this round like this. Then you will create a purlin of your choice, as I did here previously. I'm just double clicking just to show you, or to give the details of the size of purlins I used. Now I'll double click that and come to select. I pick that, though there are variety of purlin sizes you can pick from. I'll minimize that. I'll click apply and accept that. Apply and accept that. Now what I'm going to do is to create a purlin connection after populating this along the column. I'll come to applications and component and type 61, type 61, type 61. This will come up, that purlin member or that connection style. Then I'll come to bolts. I'll feed all these. I'll feed 16. That's the size of the bolt I prefer. Then come to HSFG. I'll change this to 30. Change that to 30 and give this maybe 1, and this I'll change this to 30. Remember, this is upon you how you want it to be. This is my preference, this or my customization. Now I'll pick my washer there, then give it an OK, apply and accept. Now when I come here, I'll click on this and that. I'll press my middle button on the keyboard. Perfectly done. Now I'll come back here and rotate that. Double click this and come to S bolt. Change this to 16. H that. We need that. We need that is sight. 1 and 30. Apply that. Accept that. That is, let's check this. I previously made such a connection here just to make us move a bit quicker. We have the connection here. That's it. Now we want to use this setting as our default. To make this our default, we just double click on this, modify, apply and accept. Now when you click on that, we'll come here, click that and this, and press your middle button on the mouse. Click that, click this, that and that, and press your middle button on the mouse. Just do the same thing. We are moving a bit quicker, that and that and that. Remember, you select this as your primary part, then the rest are secondary. Now our next move is to highlight everything here, press Ctrl and pick everything here. Select that, select that, select that, select this, that and that. Now we want to populate this up, or to take the profile of the truss. Now right click and come to special copy and pick linear. Now on linear, I'll change this interval measurement to 1.2. How many do we want? Let's try 7, and just go ahead and click copy. Let's wait and see the result. Apply and accept. Now turn this round. And do that. Come back to navigate, rotate with mouse and turn this round like this, because that interval measurement wasn't properly populating on the structure. Now I'll select again that. We select that. We select that. We select this. Select that one. Now I'll right click, come to special copy, linear. We need 1 meter. We need 6 of them. 6 of them. And just go ahead and populate this. give an OK there. Perfect. Now turn this round. Navigate and turn this round. Right click and redraw. Right click and redraw. Turn this round like this. Perfectly done. Now our next move is to populate this on the other end. But to do that, first of all, we have to change our workplane tool. You come to View, Workplane Tool command. Then we pick this as our workplane tool. Come to Navigate, rotate with mouse. Come to Navigate, rotate with mouse. Let me interrupt that. Let me escape that. Rotate this. And place my workplane tool here, down here. I'll come here and come to workplane tool and place my workplane tool here, right there. Then I'll come back to Navigate and turn this round like this. Interrupt that. Then what I'll do, I'll just select all these. Just select all these. Just select all these. Select all these. Just select all these. Just to make work easy. You need to be a bit faster in doing this. Pick that, and pick that. Pick that. Make sure you pick everything that is necessary. Pick that. Just move on. Pick that, pick that. Zoom in and pick that, pick that, pick that, and that, and that. Just move on. Highlight that, highlight this, all the way to the end. It's not tiresome, but if you practice this, you find this very simple and you'll enjoy. Pick that, that, and this, that, and that, that, and this. We're almost done with the selection. That, this, and that. This, that, and that. Now when we come here, we want to give a mirror command to copy all this to the other end. Now if I come here, I'll right click, interrupt that, right click and come to special copy, mirror. I'll use this as a mirror line right there and right here, and give it copy command and click OK. Everything has been copied at this end, and if you turn this round, you'll see everything has been mirrored at the preferred location. Turn this round like this. turning round or rotating, you come to navigate under view, click navigate, pick rotate with mouse, and pick rotate with mouse. Then just read here, pick your position of rotation. I'll pick that and press the left button on the mouse and turn this round like this. Thanks a lot for watching this video. Let's meet on the next presentation. But before I leave you, I want just to walk you through on how this has been done, or how it looks. That looks like that, and that look like this. Turn this round, you see the joints, how well they have been done. Just look at that. Perfectly done. Perfectly done. Then come down here. You'll see that. Navigate and turn this round. Perfectly done. Okay, thank you, and keep watching the channel for more videos to come. I'm your presenter Maurice Dimba, and bye bye. Let's meet on the next presentation.